found some new evidence.
New evidence of what?
I'll bring it up in the show. I just found some not so much evidence, but some accusations, I guess I should say.
Oh God. Okay, so I think this the pre-show. We get ready to kick it off again for the season finale. So should be an exciting time. No chef here with us this evening. Shout to the God, we appreciate him. No high tower this evening. Shout to the God, we appreciate him. Samuel will be coming in hot as usual. So this is just an opportunity for us to kick back. You know, I think hey, me and you are the most mellow dudes in the group. So this is like, you know.
Who's the most mellow? You?
I said me and you.
We might be the most mellow. I think people will beg to differ.
Whatever, Paige. You were supposed to agree to that shit. Come on.
Shit, I'm always talking about knocking shit over. Ain't no way in hell someone gonna agree to that.
Wifey made I call it the hustle. So salute to Wifey. She always hold me down.
What? You got a signature drink in the crib?
Yeah. It's dope.
Okay.
And funny thing is, I still don't know what's in it. I think so. I'm pretty sure it's Douce.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's Douce. I'm pretty sure it's ginger ale. And then there's some other things. Maybe a Red Bull. I can't think of what the fuck she put there, but it's always great. I enjoy it. So I appreciate
that. Yeah. Okay. If it tastes good, that's all that matters.
Word. So, pre-show. I mean, listen, man. This week has been crazy, it seems like, in terms of news and things happening and shit going on.
Oh my God. Yeah.
We can't overlook. What are we gonna go first? Brittany? We can go. Kelly, you just hit me with that shit today. So like, there's a lot of things going on.
Yeah. So your boy, I'm getting some kind of buzzing noise. I'm not sure what that is with the audio, but
I don't hear it over here. If y'all hear that in the comments, please let us know. We can work towards fixing that.
Yeah, it might be my end, but y'all boy R. Kelly found a way to release the album from jail today, and it was taken down just as quick as it was put up. Because I was trying to actually hear it because the title of the album was "I Admit It" or some shit like that. So
Chef says he hears an echo from you.
Oh, is your echo cancellation on?
I think he's talking. Chef, what up, God? You hear the echo from me, or is that on Payne's end? Which way do you hear that? We want to make sure we get the audio clean. You know, one thing I appreciate before we go, Payne, is I appreciate, you know, the family atmosphere that we have with Sparring Mind, just as a group. You know what I mean? Oh, you're saying here echo on both sides.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's unique.
Let me see something. We're gonna figure this shit out right now.
Hey, you can show that other
I don't know. See. I'm listening. I can still hear you. I'm just trying to go through all these audio options.
Yeah, it's weird. There's echo coming from both. It doesn't normally happen that way. Like normally it's an individualized thing.
Definitely not. Let me see.
I was talking about the R. Kelly thing because you were just hitting me to that, and you know, like I don't know of anybody else who's ever released an album. Remy was recording, if I remember correctly, while she was in jail. I don't remember anyone ever releasing an album while in jail. And I don't know if it's a bad thing. I think you want, you always want to keep money on your books if you're going to be in there for an extended period of time. And, whatever way you can generate revenue is a good thing. Right? Like, it doesn't matter who the criminal is, right? If it's a mass murderer, which, I don't think he should be in jail anyway, but if he's a mass murderer and he writes a tell-all book, he's able to generate revenue and put money on his books. We live in a capitalist society, which allows you to do so. No harm, no foul there.
But I think the nature of the crime is why a lot of people were outraged. Like they don't want him they want him cut off.
Oh, Kelly?
Yeah. So, which is why a lot of people thought boycotting his music when he went to jail or when he got finally convicted or whatever, like was gonna work. But
So,
I don't think
so
he owned his masters anyway, so he wasn't getting that money like that anyways.
I got it. I got it. But can we just talk? God, I know I can hear it in my head right now. Like Chuck gonna do it. Can we talk about R. Kelly for a second? So, and I want you to remember, Payne, you know, you're not that much younger than me. You grew up in the same era that I did, right? And you grew up in the same era where, you know, it was quite a regular thing in the hood, like at our school. When we were freshmen, to see a freshman dating a senior, right? To see a freshman dating a nigga who just graduated, like these were regular things, right? Um, because generally, um, freshmen, sophomores. Oh no, 26 you can't hear us very well. We gotta get that fixed, Payne.
Yeah, let's. I'm gonna jump out and jump back in and see what happens real quick.
Tony, I appreciate the red flag right there. Let's look at that fixed. Oh God, be me. Hey, the Charles Jones Show. I've been waiting 125 episodes for this. Now we can really get started. It's me by myself. I don't have no bozos around me to distract me. Man. Whatever, Payne.
Yeah, I still hear that little noise, but it's a lot less.
Yeah, let's keep plugging away at it. Keep trying to get it right, and y'all, let's know. I mean, you know, really? Oh no!
See if you jump out.
Let me get this fixed. I'll be back.
Yeah. Let's see what happens if you jump out and jump back in.
This is why we have the pre-show, though. This is a good thing.
That sounds way better.
Yeah, how's that sound?
A lot better.
Because Tony hit me earlier and said, "Really, Chuck, I'm just tuning in just to hear you talk." So I want to make sure we get the audio right. Oh, so it's just me.
Yeah, a lot better right now.
Do I sound better?
Yeah, it sounds definitely better.
Amazing. So shout out to Tony for tuning in. Shout out to obviously the chef. And, you know, I was gonna go in and give Chef some more flowers, but I feel like I give Chef his flowers every week. So, you know, salute to him. I love it, you know.
You never have too much.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe black men have to make that a regular thing and be able to give flowers regularly and make it a comfortable thing and not something where it's awkward. So salute to him and what he's going on and his career movement, and I love it all. I love Hightower over at Abu Dhabi right now on business, and he's over there hanging out with Busta Rhymes and the kid from Coast Contra and all these incredible people, you know, and I love it. I love success on whatever grounds it looks like. So let's go back real quick. I was talking about R. Kelly and kind of our journey in the hood, and I remember when I was a freshman and I was a sophomore, and this chick was thick as fuck. And I loved her. Now that I think about it in hindsight.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Yo, Chuck, like, beat it." Because I was trying to like throw a game, but I really didn't know what game was at the time. So I was like, "Yo, I think you're super fresh, and I think you should spend some time with the kid." And she was like, "Nah, Chuck, like, beat it. Like, my boyfriend works for the T." And I'm like, I think it's like 20. Like,
right, you were in high school. What do you mean your boyfriend worked for the T?
Yeah, like I'm 15. Like, what are you talking about? So this kind of thing was regular. That's all I'm saying. It was regular in the hood. You agree?
Yeah, I've definitely seen it. And like same situation with you. Like, except I wasn't trying to talk to her, but a girl in my school was dating a dude that was old as fuck. Like, we sophomores in high school. Dude probably was like 21.
I believe it. It was regular, right?
That don't make it right, but
no. Well, so here's the thing. I think if we ask the women, obviously they would admit to it, but I think even for them, it was maybe a source of pride. Even it was a trophy. It was something that they put on a pedestal to say that they were dating an older man. I think there's a conversation there.
Hmm.
Um,
I didn't look at it like that. I just looked at it as what women have always said, that guys they're in their age bracket are immature and they try to date up in age because they think they're more mature. But come to find out, shit, a lot of dudes never grow up. I don't care what age they are.
Yo, Fed, do women think it's a sense of achievement to date an older man? Hey man, you don't have to give me sign language, man. It's just a conversation. I want to get a woman's take. Well, we got Tony in the comments. Tony, answer the question for me as well. Do you ladies take it as a
In high school, yes.
Really?
high school?
Yes. And in many cases now, probably, yeah.
So again, hey,
You're being provided you with things that younger men or men in your generation wouldn't be able to do.
so what we've learned here, Payne, is that we have this conversation just to discuss the fact that R. Kelly is within bounds, doing the same thing that a lot of other men did, and around that.
He's old enough to be some of them girls' dad. Yeah, nah, I can't. Mm-mm.
Well, so
A couple years, like a few years, if like 17 and 21, because you're in college or something like that. But nah, hell no. What R. Kelly? No, not with R. Kelly. No.
Well, I think where R. Kelly got in trouble because he what we're talking about, Tony, is whether women, especially younger women, right, find that as a badge of honor to date an older man. And from a male's perspective, I think I speak for Payne when I say that I think most women did, and even do currently, right? I think there's some kind of badge of honor. Oh yeah, my man older than me, But what that does is it makes a villain appear, right? Um, so what I was gonna say, Payne, was that I think Kells, he's not in jail because of that. He's in jail because of the whole. So the two crimes that I know he's in jail for is transporting women across state lines for sex, and is it kidnapping or something of that nature, right? Which brought up the across state lines thing, brought about federal charges. And that's
Human trafficking. You can't do that shit.
However, can I just paint a story of, that older dude that we talked about earlier in high school that worked for the T, right?
Mm-hmm.
21, and his girl is 16, and she's a sophomore, and she's like, "Oh, I love you," and he's like, "I love you too." And then they go to a party in Rhode Island. You just committed a federal crime.
Would that be considered human trafficking?
Going across state lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they end up having sex or whatever. Now you've gone across, that's the picture that can be painted. So
I think we need a lawyer to confirm if that particular instance is human trafficking or not. But
when they said Kells brought them across the state border to engage in sexual activity, that's what they said. And so I'm sure he had a show, and I'm sure he planned on fucking her after the show. And of course, it leads into those things. So I say all that to say, listen, I don't mind that anybody who's incarcerated find ways to generate revenue. That's a good thing, right? You're gonna be in there for a little while, put some money on your own books, and not lean so heavily on your family out here, because that's kind of unfair. Now we all got people who's, doing some time for things. That putting money on books gets tired after a while. You know what I mean? It's another bill, essentially, right? Because now somebody's relying on this to live, or at least get by. And it's like, you're being a burden on your family a little bit. So, if you can find ways to put some money in your books, it's a good thing.
But enough about him.
Hey yo, Donut White, no muzzle. Sparring Minds live every Friday. Let's go. Look, it's Sparring Minds. If you don't know the name, look us up. You know it's all facts when you got Chef Maine cooking up a couple of brothers who know all about the struggle. Black excellence, you know we just work hard and hustle. Whenever you want that urban talk, you know we keep it real. Mr. Maritime on the mic, yeah, you know the deal is real life. Hotel High Tower bringing you the feel. DJ Payne, keep it 100. Matter of fact, keep it a mill. Let's go.
Yes, indeed. Oh, why's your mic muted? Your mic is muted. That's weird.
Weird day on the tech side here at Sparring Minds, man. Season finale is here. This is exciting.
Yeah, man.
You know, we get to take a break for the holidays and enjoy the families and do all that kind of good stuff. We've already saluted the fellas for those who couldn't be here with us. That's always top of the list. Brittany Griner's home for the holidays.
Thank God, because that was just crazy. They're going to give her 9 years for that shit. That was wild. But exchanging her for the Merchant of Death? Wow.
Not a good deal.
Not at all. Someone, there was, I forget what the guy's name is, Paul. There's an ex-Marine that is incarcerated in Russia also, and they were saying they should have had him and her come home in exchange. Yeah, that's it.
It's the American way. It's the American way to idolize celebrity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Paul Whelan's not a celebrity. Paul Whelan doesn't help politicians at the polls. Being able to say you brought home Brittany Griner helps you at the polls.
Well, you bring home a military hero or something like that, that might help you in the eyes of those gung-ho American people, like those right-wing crazy people. So,
but there's nothing more polarizing than an American celebrity, right? On whatever platform they are. Even more so than our military. We understand that by the way we handle them, right?
Right.
Our American celebrities get all the second chances. Our American military does not.
Yeah.
And so, because they're polarizing individuals, Brittany Griner helps them at the polls. I don't honestly have much care about Brittany Griner, right? Like, I told you when this first happened that if you go to any country and you break their laws, you're subject to what their repercussions are in their penal system. I said this before, right? Americans got mad because, oh my God, that punishment was too harsh. Okay? It's their country. You can't tell them how to run their laws. Right?
Yeah.
And now, trade the Merchant of Death.
That shit is crazy to me. Like, but we don't know what their intentions are with him, because was he selling weapons to countries that just any country, or was he selling weapons to them? Because if he was selling to any country and sold to a country that Russia was in war with, they could have wanted him back to execute him.
No, I think from what I've read, and I didn't catch much of it, but I think he was just a mercenary. He was just selling to everybody. He was Tony Stark. You know what I mean? Whoever had the biggest check, he would sell you weapons.
So then he could honestly be being used as a mastermind for their whole thing with Ukraine.
100%. Well, that's why Russia wanted him back. That makes sense.
Yeah, because it happened right around the Ukraine time. Like, okay,
Of course.
Come on, 2 + 2, Joe.
They're struggling with Ukraine, Like, damn, you know what we need on our roster? A merchant of death. Let's call the U.S. and give them back a basketball player. Okay. You'll start to see things change in that war real quick. That's what you're doing. This is a strange world we live in, Payne.
Man, Jeff Bezos, hurry up with them damn shuttles, man. We got to get off this planet. They about to blow this shit to pieces. This is some bullshit.
So what next for Brittany Griner? Like, clearly she's not going to be in a position to play ball, right? So what next for her?
Like, I think she's going to have to serve some time here as probably as part of the deal. They're not going to just exchange her and then set her free, probably.
Really?
I think so. I would think that's part of the deal. Who knows? But there probably won't be anything big, especially since weed is legal here in most places. So
yeah, I can't even imagine she served any time at all. I think they just get on home. They have a press conference. They have something real big and loud. And
I'm all for that. I don't think she should like that. To me, it was just crazy. But
she didn't break any American laws, so
right.
For them to detain her would be crazy. Yeah, they take her with her wife. You know, the local politicians. They take pictures, and we're behind our Americans, and we stand for what's right.
Yeah.
You know, WNBA might be a little bit different for her now. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, that much time off from it hasn't been that long, but it's gonna take her a while to get back up to speed. For sure. You get rusty quick, but when you're playing all year round, like women play all year round, like they always have because they don't get paid enough. So they play all year round. So she shouldn't be too rusty.
Don't get paid enough?
No. I make more than a WNBA player.
I think their best players make six figures, $150, 200, something like that. Right? Their best players. Their average players are like what, 70 grand a year, something like that.
That might be high.
I think they make just more than like 60 grand. It was something like that, right? So what are we talking about? How are they underpaid?
Six figures, I think, should be the average.
Why?
Because the NBA's average is like
what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do with the NBA?
Because that's just a crazy disparity.
So like, this is a solution.
This guy's making 9 figures in the NBA.
That's irrelevant. That's a whole different league.
That's insane.
It's a whole different revenue market. Well, here's the solution. The solution is WNBA follows the NCAA model and then spills the NIL stuff, right? And when you do that, then you can say, okay, listen, you're going to get a base of 60 grand. Now go out and get deals, right? And act as a professional. That's what you do. Because there are college kids making $1 million on NIL deals. Now, if the girls can't make that money, there's nobody else to blame, right?
Yeah. Like, I mean, you got to have, for that to work, now you have to become an entertainer because you got to have that charisma and that look and that spark that companies are going to want for you to sell their product. So you're making 60 from WNBA, but you have 200,000 in endorsement deals or guest spots on shows or like stuff like that. So
isn't that how it's supposed to be? That's perfect. So now they got a $200,000 deal from Under Armour. Right?
I've always thought athletes were overpaid anyway, though. So
I think any athlete is always going to be commensurate to what revenue they generate in their sport, in their field. And whether good or bad, WNBA doesn't generate revenue. So you can't pay out what you're not generating.
True.
You know?
And shit, fucking baseball. Baseball's struggling and it's still getting crazy. Like, you see Aaron Judge's deal?
9 years, 250?
Something crazy. Like
350? 350 million. Black women, let me tell you something. Take your young son, fuck football,
Baseball.
But basketball,
Teach him how to throw a curveball.
Put his little ass in baseball.
Teach him how to throw a curveball, please.
Please, I promise you. Less wear and tear on the overall body. He could be a millionaire in high school.
Yeah, at 18. Not even. Sometimes they get drafted before they're even done with high school.
Yeah. Little, what's up, God? What you rocking out?
I'm chilling. How y'all doing?
Yeah, we're just chit chatting. That's the finale. So we just, me and Payne have already agreed that we have the two most mellow personalities on the show, and so we're just here to kind of have a real conversation and chill out.
I kind of caught a little bit. Russia got their plug back, and we kind of got Joanna Man back. I think it's a great trade.
Why she gotta be Joanna Man?
But
Don't come in here.
before I act up, before I get on here acting up, for some reason, I think y'all been playing with me this season. My volume's been down. I don't know what's going on. Like I don't know what the deal is.
Your volume? You're always the craziest motherfucker on the show.
I'll
be right back. I didn't like
You know what I'm saying? Come back, Sam. Sparring minds. Yeah, no, just make some more money. Everything will work out. Sign NIL deals. Put some money in your pocket. Real quick, Payne, before we keep going, because I know we want to get into Prime. And that's kind of the topic of the evening. And there's so many things around Prime that I want to make sure we touch on a few layers of it. Right?
All right, now I'm back. I feel better. I'm going to restart this.
Okay. Welcome back, brother.
Thank you. This is season for now. Great to see you, brothers.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
The pleasure.
Yes.
We did Brittany Griner. We talked about R. Kelly.
No, pause.
R. Kelly got a new album, though. You buying it?
If you could find it.
What?
R. Kelly's new album.
Excuse me?
R. Kelly's new album.
I'm not listening to that bullshit.
You're not.
I think I heard a little bit of it, and I didn't like it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there was a little clip earlier. I hope that was his album and they weren't just bullshitting with me. On the Shade Room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That might be the only way you'll be able to hear it right now, because I heard it was taken down just as quick as it was put up.
Yeah, they definitely did.
That's true.
Do you blame him?
He should be able to generate revenue. That's kind of what we've been talking about a lot tonight. And we'll keep talking about that for the rest of the hour. You should be in the capitalist society like the United States of America. You should be able to generate revenue however you see fit.
From prison, though, like that's part of the reason for going to prison. You have now forfeited all your, well, not all, but pretty much all your civil liberties. So
if that's the case, then you have to get rid of the canteen. You have to get rid of the books.
No, because you need food to survive.
If you need food to survive, then you'll be able to generate funds to get it.
That's on.
And just to be clear, I don't think the canteen. Listen, I haven't.
So Payne wants them to take away his money.
Payne doesn't want them to be able to generate their own revenue.
He shouldn't be able to make money from prison.
Yeah, you should. No, well, here's the thing, Payne.
He's still being taxed, right? Every year, right? While he's in prison, he's still being taxed, right?
Not on his new money coming in, he would be, but
property tax.
Huh?
Property tax. You still got to pay that.
So if he's still going to be taxed in any form or way, he should be able to generate money.
I agree.
Because why are you taking my money if I can't make any?
I agree.
I mean, it's only fair.
They would tax what he's getting, not what he already has. Because if you don't have income coming in, they can't charge you income tax.
Yeah, but there's other taxes. And we just talked about the property tax, right? So if he has a mansion in Chicago, right? X% of that property value every year. For as long as you own that.
That's like getting. that's like when you get sent to jail on Monopoly, you can't fucking buy shit else. So like he now forfeits if he can't pay the bill from jail. Now you have to forfeit and sell that shit so you can get that money from that. Like going to jail, like I think going to jail in this country is really soft compared to other countries. Like if you do the crime, you should not have your civil liberties. So you should lose money. You shouldn't be able to make money from jail. Like you can have someone handle what you have on the outside going on, and that's it. Like you trying to make an album from jail and sell that album or call and make property deals, like no.
You can't have a canteen and then require family members to be the only one putting into it. Right? Like I should be able to generate revenue on my own and fund myself if I'm in here. What if I didn't have family for canteen money? I gotta be able to do that on my own.
You can be a runner. You can get a job in the jail and pay your own shit. I mean, it don't pay a lot, but
a quarter.
You can do it in jail. Yeah, exactly. And you're being penalized for you could have made more outside, but since you fucked up here, work inside and get this 50 cents a day. Or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I'm just making that up.
He's an ultra talent. And so I don't know if I'd be interested to find out more about this. Maybe we gotta find a guest to bring on to discuss what that really looks like. Maybe
he is a musical genius, though.
Yeah, he's a musical genius.
Definitely.
So yeah, we talked about Kells, we talked about Brittany Griner. I want to send a quick RIP, and I know Little, you had something similar. RIP to the 3 dudes from Southern University. I don't know if y'all heard this, man. It's a crazy situation. They were on their way home from something, right? Some kind of event or something. A flat tire on the side of the highway, pulled over to the side of the road, as you're supposed to do. And a 62-year-old dude by the name of Clyde Gay ran into the shoulder, hit the car, killed all 3 of the dudes from the Southern University band. 19 years old, 21 years old, the kids. Changing a tire, as you're supposed to do, on the side of the road. Disgusting. Of course, the dude that hit them, he's no injuries for him.
Right. That's always how it happens. While we're doing RIPs, I want to give a quick shout out to a young lady that was actually on the show, not last year, the year before last, from Global Girl Media, Jakima, aka Key to the City on IG. She just passed away. I'm not sure the details, but I want to send condolences to the whole Global Girl Media family and our family as well. Y'all need anything, just reach out to us. You know, we got y'all.
100%.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Jakima.
That's too bad, man. And I hope a nigga wasn't involved. I hope it wasn't no shit.
Yeah, I'm hoping not. I'm hoping, like, I can't deal with that mentally right now.
Yeah. We'll stay tuned and offer what we can, the best we can. We did it. Crime. So I fully intended on coming on here and singing "Must Be the Money." That was my.
You said what?
I fully intended on coming onto the show and singing "Must Be the Money."
Really?
Oh yeah.
So you on that prime wave, huh?
Well, I keep the same energy, right? Like if that's your type of time, I didn't know what we're talking about, right? So Prime told us back in '89, I'm moving for the money. Okay, I understand. I'm not confused, right? I don't even know where we start with this conversation because everybody's been talking about it for 5 days now.
Yeah.
And because of our schedule, we get into it on the back end. But that allows for some clarity, right? It allows for us not to jump off the ledge on the emotions and things like that. So, ladies, what we're gonna do? We don't generally do sports on our show. We try to be relatable to everybody, but it will be a special show. Deion Sanders, former NFL great, turned TV personality, turned Jackson State, Mississippi head football coach, took a struggling HBCU, historically black college and university, and for the smart asses in the comments, Bethune-Cookman College will have skin in the game, because a lot of people don't have skin in the game when you talk, right? I went to an HBCU. I know what that is. I know what the facilities are. I know what the temperature is. I know what the time is versus major universities. I know what it feels like. So Prime went down there, turned the university football program around. Just won another championship this year. They have back-to-back championships, Spain, or just a one?
Back to back, and they were undefeated this year.
Never lost.
Yeah.
5 losses in 3 years.
Yeah.
He definitely brought a new culture to that university. He definitely did.
He brought a new culture to the whole HBC, the whole SWAC, actually.
Yes.
Here's how you know that, and when Payne used the terminology he brought, here's what he means. Prime was making $300,000 a year at Jackson State University. The same Jackson State University that was having problems with basic water. I'm not sure if y'all been tuned in. They had brown water on campus. So that Prime had to donate money to get the students, athletes, to stay at motels.
Yeah.
That's Jackson State University. Jackson State University, being an HBCU, had 90% black football players on that team. 92%.
Where do you have
this year? $8 million.
Okay.
$8 million. Their expenses were $8 million.
Can become a
in our world, my wife, an accountant, would say they broke even. What do you got TV on?
Huh? TV.
I'm hearing some feedback or background.
Hold on.
So they had $8 million in revenue. They spent $8 million in expenses paying. So what that led to was Prime. Prime kept advocating for new facilities, new locker room, etc. Prime and the assistant coaches, give them their credit as well, donated amenities, TVs, things of that nature, towards the locker room because the school wasn't putting it up. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw a video with Prime getting off the plane at Colorado and getting a tour from the Colorado staff of the facilities in Boulder, Colorado. Boulder, Colorado, 9.3% black students in the building. 65% on the football team, but 9% of the student body is black.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know.
So basically, if you go to Colorado, you're an athlete.
You're an athlete. If you're a black kid, you go there, you're an athlete. Just understand that. I want you to understand what it's like for any of us to hit the lottery and to walk into some new shit and be amazed. Because that's what the Prime experienced when he walked into Colorado. So, and I didn't want to believe it. I promise you, I got different views. He walked into Colorado, everything was brand new. Everything was professional grade. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
They went into the weight room, as an example. $20 million in weight room. Right?
Hmm.
Jackson State had 2 benches. 2 weight benches at Jackson State for a football team. Colorado got $20 million worth of workout equipment.
Yeah.
They went into a fucking heated pool that the athletes use to recover. Prime and the assistant coach said, "What the fuck is this?" Jackson State would never.
They had to use. That's what I was telling you earlier. I found some new info where it says they had to use the pool for baths when the water wasn't working down there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I want to be mad at Prime. I do, because there is such a need for strong black men to get into our community, invest in our community, stay in our community.
Yeah.
Eddie Robinson, Grambling, he was there for 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they named the stadium after
him. Mm-hmm.
He was an icon. He was a fixture. You knew what you were going to get with Eddie Robinson.
Yeah.
Prime, when he went to Jackson State, told the media, "God sent me here to save the HBCU."
Mm.
Okay. Can't leave in 3 years. Can't leave. The job's not done.
Yeah, the job's definitely not done. I mean, when Eddie Robinson was there at Grambling, those games were being televised, on BET.
Mm-hmm.
People were starting to notice, HBCUs. With Dion coming, another guy, tons of fans, him coming and taking over and doing what he did. I feel like, a lot more guys, of his stature would have came down and done the same thing if he would have stayed the course.
Can you imagine Charles Woodson going to Alcorn State? Can you imagine
Steve McNair's old school?
Right. Can you imagine Michael Vick going to FAMU?
You don't even have to imagine. Jerry Rice went to a HBCU. So did Shannon Sharp.
Mississippi State. So what I'm saying, can you imagine those guys going back and being head coaches at those universities?
Okay.
Being lightning rods to the SWAC. All of a sudden, the SWAC becomes must-see TV. Let me explain to our female viewers why becoming must-see TV is important in college football. College football in every university in the country is the #1 revenue generating stream. At every school. I don't care if it's Duke, right, who is a powerhouse basketball-wise. Their #1 revenue generator is football. It's a national thing, right? Let me give you some numbers, Payne. I told you that Prime at Jackson State brought in $8 million, right? Colorado last year, who went, 1-11? They brought in $50 million last year.
Yeah, they've been in the toilet for a long time.
They're awful. They went 1-11 and still brought in $50 million. $22 million in expenses. They had a profit of $28 million.
He did have them at game day, but I guarantee you they won't go back there now until another big name goes back.
Not never.
Yeah, and that'll be a while.
Ain't nobody going to a SWAC game day in a decade. It's not going to happen.
Now, but I have a question. Do you think
he's the lightning rod? He brought us to the SWAC.
But do you think because of him leaving within 3 years, other universities are now going to have a second thought about our guys coming down there and trying to take over as coaches, thinking that they're probably going to jump on that same Dion ship where they'll come in for a little while, get a little headway and then move on to the next big thing?
No.
You know, because I'm definitely kind of upset with Dion. Like, I understand opportunities, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, what he preached was, you know, Black needs to kind of stay investing in Black. You know, we need to come and help out these HBCUs. Those are our schools. Give them the opportunity to be like these big name schools that you see every Saturday on TV. And I feel like he preached that so much that when we finally started noticing and doing for them, and he started winning and he started getting all the recruits, I feel like that was kind of like, well, I feel like,
No,
I want to say, I feel like he kind of it looks like he kind of used us. He kind of used those kids, got what for his own benefit.
I totally agree.
That's what it looks like and feels like to me.
I totally agree.
I don't necessarily agree with that homecoming.
No, Chef's ridiculous. I think, as far as my listeners, I think this is part of the reason why Chef took the night off. Because that statement was spectacular. I can't even believe he said that out loud. That's crazy.
What?
Black people don't care about homecoming. Again, listen, I went to an HBCU. And for me to say that
You did?
Yeah, Bethune Cookman.
Yeah, my sister went to Winston-Salem too. Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah, right down the street.
Yep.
So make no mistake about it. We're very much invested in the halftime shows, the marching bands, very much so, right?
Yeah.
But to say that Prime sold us a dream on, he specifically said, I'm going to help rebuild HBCU football, right? To the point where there was a conversation of, at least a conversation of what would it be like if the SWAC was elevated? You know what I mean?
And it was getting there.
And that was a conversation that was happening. So
it was getting there.
Yeah, it was. And I think a couple more years of Prime, bringing in maybe Charles Woodson, the coach, bringing in a Mike Vick, bringing in some more lightning rods to the SWAC to bring more national exposure, because that brings more talent. And what does more talent bring? It means more eyes on the sport. And that's to what I'm about to go into right now, which is eyes on sport means ESPN and Fox are now tuned in because they want to broadcast those games. Right now, when you watch an HBCU game, you got to go to BET, maybe. You got to go to John Brown Network, right? They only play reruns of Martin and HBCU games. Like, that's where you got to go, right?
No.
Fox and ESPN gave the Pac-12. The Pac-12 is the Pacific 12 Conference of College Football. For the people who may not know, ESPN and Fox gave them a television deal.
Man, they're gonna be skeptical to do that now. They're gonna be more on edge about doing that now.
Okay, let's go back. We're gonna talk about that. But so let me say this real quick. ESPN Fox TV deal, 12 years, $250 million per year.
Jesus.
That's over $1 billion, well over $1 billion to broadcast those games. That money goes to the universities. That money goes to the facilities that Prime just walked into at Colorado and was wowed by. Imagine if the the SWAC got a fourth of that.
You wouldn't have to worry about no water.
Right. And I mean, if even with where they are now, what Dion did in that short amount of time, he felt like all he was miming away from being able to play with the Alabamas of the world and the Power 5 guys. Like, I'm not mad at growth at all. I'm disappointed because Dion left before the job was done that he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
That job's not done. Yeah, you turned that program around, but you, like you said, like Chuck said, he sold us a dream of turning HBCUs around. Basically, and again, to Maine's point, it doesn't fall on one person, but
No.
he now had he started getting eyes on it somewhat, and then just left them high and dry. And also to Maine's other point, now universities are going to look at former players like, oh, they're just going to drop us the minute they start getting national attention. So
I don't think so, though, Payne. I don't think so, Payne.
It depends on who it is.
But you see, Dion not only had football players now looking at HBCUs, he also had basketball players doing the same thing. If I'm not mistaken, what's his name? Not Bonzi. No, it is Bonzi Wells. Bonzi Wells, I think. I think he's coaching at a HBCU. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was on All the Smoke. He spoke of it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So, can you imagine a decade of that?
Right.
Where we start to infuse our talent into our league. Now all of a sudden it's because the NFL is going to be like, yo, I want to see that kid.
Right. And another thing that him leaving does, like, and I was disappointed by, we haven't had a face of an HBCU since the late great Eddie Robinson passed. Every major conference in college football had or has a face. SEC it's now Nick Saban. It was Bear Bryant. Big Ten, it was Bo Schembechler. It was Urban Meyer. Guys like that. Like, every college thing had a face, and now the Pac-10, it was Pete Carroll for a long time. Like, we would have had that with Dion, which it doesn't bring them all to that particular university. Some kids want to be like, oh, I want to go play against him.
Right.
Or I want to go play for him. Or, like, now it's like, I think it'll influence kids like, well, if he left there, why the hell do I need to go? I'll go to a Power 5. I'll go where he's at. Or I'll go to another Power 5 school. Like,
here's what hurts Payne. Not only did he leave, but he immediately dropped the grade of HBCUs. Because now students are like, yo, Prime left, it can't be that good. Immediately. Right? There were blue chip 5-star players considering HBCUs.
Yeah, he got one of them.
Travis Hunter.
Yeah, he could have went wherever the hell he wanted to.
But now
Nick Saban was pissed that he chose an HBCU and started talking shit about the NIL. Like, come on, you've been paying players for years now. Stop
it. I think with a few more years, Prime could have spearheaded. I'm not saying doing it by himself, but he could have spearheaded a movement to where the SWAC, the MEAC, all started to take an upwards turn in visibility. And because of who he is, and when the visibility is there, the funding is coming right behind. And Prime chose, listen, I talked to my wife about it. And I said, babe, Dion left the HBCU to go to Colorado. She said, Colorado? What's the paycheck like? That's the first thing my wife said, right? She said, a black man in Colorado? What's the paycheck? 5 years, $29 million. My wife said, okay, I understand. So I'm talking about must be the money, right? He was making, what did I say, 300 grand?
Yeah.
Colorado said, here's a check for 5 years, 30 million.
Well, Colorado doesn't even have the money for Dion right now.
Yeah, I heard that too. That's crazy.
They don't even have the money for him. They said they're going to find it somewhere, but they don't even have the money for it. I don't even want to hear about that.
Even if they didn't, they will.
Yeah.
But how? Right? So college football has a dark underbelly, right? With alumni, right? And all these kind of donations, right?
Yeah.
Colorado gonna get that money, easy money. They're gonna get it easily, right? Bethune-Cookman can't get that money. Jackson State can't get that money.
No.
And this is what I'm talking about. When you're able to develop the product of the HBCU, then all of a sudden that money starts coming in. Boosters, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I meant. That's where that money starts to come from. But you left before that process could even get started.
Yeah, well, it did get started, and it was boosters that didn't even go to the school. There were celebrities like, "Oh, I'm going to donate this. I'm going to donate that."
Can you imagine?
Huh?
Can you imagine that?
Yeah,
Can you imagine black celebrities?
That's what I mean.
HBCUs?
That's what I meant by I'm not mad at Dion for moving forward in his career. I was disappointed because the job wasn't done. He started it, but there's no placeholder that has the same cachet he has to continue that.
He was the guy.
Moving forward in his career, let me see. Dion has millions on top of millions. Dion doesn't even need to coach if he didn't feel like it.
That's true.
Let me give you 4 quotes, Little. Can I give you 4 quotes that disturb me about this?
Yeah.
These are all from Prime, by the way. Don't think I'm just making shit up. First quote. Me being at Jackson State was about the kids. End quote.
Yeah.
Was it really? Because if it was about those kids, those same kids you've had for 2 years,
You'll still be there.
the kids are still there. So it ain't about the kids, Prime.
This man.
You know, Jermaine is kicking himself that he's not on right now because he definitely has a couple of rebuttals for us right now. I wish he was on here.
I know, me too. Sparring Minds listening, so Jermaine been hot about this shit since it first rolled out, right? And so we was like, y'all, we're gonna talk about it on Friday. He's like, yo, I can't wait. This is he's going in, right? And the rest of us kind of been like, all right, we're gonna wait and see, talk about it on Friday. And now he's not here, so we can't even go in the way he wants. I know he's sick.
Yeah, him and Hightower were on the same side, but Hightower's chilling with Dion. They're on some distant island right now. You know.
That's true. Number 2, here's the second quote. Usually, a coach is terminated or elevated.
That I agree with.
I don't agree with that.
Terminated or elevated?
Nick Saban been the same motherfucker for a decade. Dallas has been the same motherfucker for a decade.
Saban's been winning.
They won.
Saban's been winning.
Let them start losing like how. I'm a University of Michigan fan since.
Like Harbaugh did. Yeah.
When Harbaugh lost 6 times to Ohio State, I was like, get him out of here.
Yeah.
Go. They still had winning records, but he didn't win the game. Like, get him out of here.
That's silly. You're one of the top 10 coaches in America and you want to fire him. That's stupid. Your team goes 11-1 every year. I promise you, if Prime goes 10-1, 11-1 every year, he can write his own tape.
Yeah, he'll probably leave Colorado to a bigger school.
Yeah.
That happens.
So that statement gives across this air of I had to do something. It's not the truth. It's not the truth. You know what I mean? You didn't have to do that. Here's the third quote. He went to Colorado because maybe God is going to use me so that they feel less threatened. Now, this is a political move, Prime?
Less threatened by black men?
Yes.
Not happening. Not happening.
I promise you that's not.
Maine wants to jump on. Is the link in the chat for the man?
He knows it is. He knows it is. You don't gotta ask that. Of course, that's what happened. So now he's saying this is a political move and he's going to help race relations. Get the fuck out of here, Dion.
Help race relations, huh?
You're full of shit. Here's the fourth quote, the fourth and final quote. 65% of black men, I'm going to help 65%. We talked about the Colorado football loss. I'm going to help that 65% as well as others. My calling is for all young men, all ethnicities.
And he straight
No, get the fuck out of here.
straight contradicted that shit because he was like, I'm bringing luggage with me and y'all can go ahead and jump in the portal. Basically meaning like my guys are here, they're playing, and y'all can get the hell out of here. No matter who it was, like he addressed the whole team like that. So I don't believe that part either.
Who was it? Cade McNown's son jumped in the portal right after he said that shit.
Yeah.
Like the day later, he jumped in the portal.
I think his son may not have won the Heisman, but pro eyes were already on him. His son was working out with Tom Brady. So
Nah, he's saying that he's going only because that way his son can win the Heisman.
Oh yeah, he can.
Come next year.
His son is nice. Trust me.
No, his son's good.
But again, that's what me and Charles like. The Heisman, it's hardware, yeah. But his son would have got to the league. Like, if you're good, you're gonna. Kyle Duggar was in Division II.
Yeah.
The good teams are gonna find you. Jerry Rice went to a HBCU. Shannon Sharp went to a HBCU. Now that
Shannon. I don't talk too much about Shannon because he left that HBCU to go to a regular a bigger college after a while. He wasn't just at Savannah State. He left.
But he was there, and like I was saying, like his son was there. Dion had more eyes on it than were already on it. His son would have went to and more players from that program would have went to the league.
Yeah. You know why we watch Power? Because we believe 50 Cent gonna give us a good product, right? We're like, yo, I love Power. I'm gonna tune in because 50 doing his job over there. That's why we watch Jackson. We watch Jackson State because we was like, yo, you know what? Prime doing a good job down here. He's gonna give us a good product to watch. You know what I'm saying? That's why. And I wanted Prime to bring that to the whole conference. I wanted Prime to bring that to HBCU. So we can look at HBCUs like we would look at Power. And be like, yo, you know what? It don't matter the players involved. We just know that this is going to be a good product. Chef, what up, Doc?
Yeah, what up, fellas?
What up?
I can't. I want to take the night off, but I just hear so much nonsense going on. It's like 24 Mountain Stoughton right now. I'm at BJ's. I gotta do some shopping or whatever the case may be. But just like I don't understand this thing of how placing Dion like he's the savior.
Dion's personality was such that he was a lightning rod. He brought the attention. His personality.
I get it. But do you know like Dion had issues down there, like with his office being broken into, you know what I mean? Like his kids being robbed, you know what I mean? Like a bunch of other things going on, you know, down there. And it's not excusing why he left, you know, those two things in particular, but yo, a lot of stuff while he was there.
And like, that's why he was needed there.
Maybe he should have at least saw graduating class go through. Right?
The job. That's the issue. The job wasn't done. That's the only issue I have. The job wasn't done. I'm disappointed, but I'm not mad. But the job wasn't done.
I just think that he was getting. It only mostly came from black people. All of it was coming from. And
it would only come from black people because we're the people that need the help. The white people don't give a damn. They're on the outside looking in.
Correct.
I get that, right? But nice. Schools.
Can't hear you,
to the schools.
Your phone's going in and out.
Yeah, in and out. Yo, but I think Reek makes a good point, Payne. So, and listen, I think we all agree. We appreciate him shedding the light, right?
Yeah,
that's what he did.
A flashlight. There was an opportunity to kick the door in, open all the windows up, and really make it something spectacular. He just came in with the flashlight. Okay, I'm going to Colorado. What happened?
It's not just on him, no. It's not just on him. You're putting the onus on one person.
But when you come in saying that as your mission statement, that was his whole mission statement going there.
Listen, y'all
And
know
that before the
Dion.
job was done.
Know Dion about Dion, and he's very flashy, and he says must be the money.
It's
Like
all
we know
about the
how
money
Dion
with
is.
Dion, man.
You know what I'm saying? But again, he donated half his salary so the school can get fixed up.
That salary wasn't shit to him though.
But that's a myth. That's a myth, Chef. That's a myth.
Okay,
He didn't donate
all
half
right.
his salary. He made donations for amenities, and I researched that specifically. He donated, he bought TVs, he bought things like chairs, lounges, things like that for
Upgraded
the
the
facilities.
facility.
Yeah, listen, I understand it's a sacrifice. I'm not going to take that away from him. And I respect that totally. Because all of us here would be pissed off if we had to go buy office materials to do our job. All of us.
Yeah, for sure.
I totally respect that. All I'm saying is he had an opportunity to take an organization who's not used to something and bring them up a better way. That windfall of money he could have brought in 5 years from now would have done wonders for HBCUs.
So why can't more NFL people like get jobs or try to get jobs at HBCUs now?
Why pass the buck to somebody else when Prime already had it in his hand?
Again, yo.
He's passing the buck to somebody else. Oh, well, let Michael Vick come in and do it in 2 years. Why? Prime had it. And not only that, Prime was a mouthpiece to convince the rest of the country that this
to take that chance.
Yeah.
And now they might be soured on it. You never know. They might be like, well, we're not dealing with that. So we want
the onus on one person. Y'all are putting the onus on one person.
Well, when you came in like God and you was preaching that what you was preaching, it all goes on you. That's just how it is. I mean, he came in preaching a certain thing.
God sent me to save HBCUs.
Yo,
okay, nigga.
Again, he shined a light on HBCUs, a bigger spotlight before he got there. The program is turned around much better than before he got there. The only thing
that's like you. So, man, that's like you promising to cater like this amazing meal for someone, and you make the appetizer and be like, all right, I gotta go. Y'all on your own.
I got a better paying opportunity.
Yeah.
Same fucking thing, bro.
Yes, it is. That's absolutely the same thing.
That's not
the same thing.
You didn't finish what was on the. You didn't finish what was on the menu.
You started the job that you promised that was going to be so amazing, and then you left after you started. You didn't finish. That's the same exact thing.
Well played.
Okay. All right. Whatever you. It's definitely not the same thing, but. Whatever you say there. That's just like me. No, it wasn't.
That's like me, or let's jump into my lane. That's like me getting paid to DJ for 4 hours. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna rock this shit. Y'all gonna have the best time of your life. I get the party started in an hour, the dance floor is packed, and I pull the plug and I'm out. Same shit. I started a good job. I started the party. It was looking live. Peace out.
Yo, hold on real quick. So, Damon, you're right, bro. The pro days are great. Prime started that, right? You think there's going to be a pro day next year at Jackson State?
Nope.
Not going to happen.
You think any HBCU is going to have a pro day next year?
Nope.
What could have happened is that could have been a regular thing for the next 20 years. Now that's gone. It's not going to happen.
Had he finished the job and left, it wouldn't even matter.
Finish the breakfast.
Even if he left a year or two, you guys would still say the job wasn't finished.
Because the proper polishing of HBCUs is not done. That's why. You'll know when it was done because all of a sudden HBCUs will be seen in a different light for their athletes. They're not now.
Yeah, but that's again right. It was a bunch of that started. Remember the kid Mikey Williams They said, "Oh, Mikey Williams. Oh, he's considering the HBCU." Mikey Williams went to Memphis. Master P's son was at Tennessee State. I just don't
Yep,
think
you're going in and out, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off, man. I just had to come in, and you guys' nonsense was driving me nuts.
See, but
Yeah.
Damon, you see that he was at Morehouse. He made the lateral move to Grambling because he wanted to continue to do what he was trying to do. But the difference is he didn't come in making this promise of being God to HBCUs and start a job and then not finish it. That's the thing with Doug Williams.
Also with Doug Williams, I don't think he had, and this is why I credit Prime. Doug Williams didn't have the forethought that Prime did.
He didn't have the cachet of Prime either.
No, he doesn't.
Prime said, no, I can save HBCUs with these things. Doug Williams just wanted to win games. And that's cool.
I mean, Doug just wanted to coach. He just wanted to coach anywhere he could probably get in.
But this is where Shep was wrong, because there's only a handful of guys who have the forethought and the wherewithal to say, yeah, I'm going to coach, but I'm bigger than this also, and I can bring more awareness to us, and I have the ability to do that. I can jump in front of the camera and do that.
And Prime is bigger than the job.
Right.
That's what I mean. Like, there's not.
Well, I can't say. I won't say that. But what I will
love y'all.
How I felt when I first heard the whole story. I felt like Prime knew him coming because he was an announcer in the studios before that, right? He was announcing games, right?
Yeah, he was on the media.
Okay, so I feel, he knew he wasn't going to get a big name school coming in there trying to coach. I figured he felt HBCU was going to be their best place because they're definitely going to take him because he's bigger than any HBCU school. Him alone, he knew what it was. And he just wanted to prove to the bigger schools that he can actually do this. And when he went in 2 seasons, did what they probably thought, he couldn't do, got all those signing, I'm pretty sure it was more than just Colorado that probably wanted Deion. Deion jumped ship because of the simple fact that, it was like, now y'all see what I can do. I was telling y'all this all along. Now I'm gone. I think this is all for Deion. This is all for Deion.
I'm the type of person where if you tell me what you're going to do, I do this in real life. If you tell me what your plan is, I'm going to hold you to what your plan is. You know what I mean?
Because I know I am.
Yeah. If you tell me this, okay, I'll listen to what you're saying.
I'm going to fire my lighting person too.
I'd almost rather you come in, you make that promise to me, come in, and even though you fail doing it, I see you doing it. You know what I mean? Like, not start doing it and just leave it unfinished. Because if you fail at doing it, I know you at least put the effort in to try to finish it. And now I'm like, all right, I know you can't do it, you're in over your head. You know what I mean? Like, but then again, that speaks to the point that he made that coaches either elevate or get terminated. So
it's almost to the point where now we want people to undersell and over deliver. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, yo, don't sell me the whole dream, and then surprise me on the back end.
Yeah.
Because if not, I'm gonna set my heart to what the dream is, and I'm gonna be disappointed with you.
Yeah.
It's almost like what people do for jobs. You tell them what the fuck they want to hear in the interview, and then you get
like Charles. He was going over how his interview went, and I said, "Nigga, that's not how we speak." He said, "No, we got to do that just to get in." I said, "No, that's not how I do it."
Since Little's in the mood of giving advice, right?
It's like looking in a mirror. Not.
It's mirror time with my man Sam Little, aka Mr. Mirror Time.
Mirror, mirror.
before you,
It's like it's looking in a mirror, only not.
let me.
Yeah, you see that at the bottom?
Yeah. So, Damon, I honestly, I'm semi-retired from DJing. First of all, and secondly, if the Rolls offered me a job, and I told them I'm gonna come in and rock faces off like I do, I'm gonna go there and rock faces off like I do. Now, if someone bigger comes along and I'm already committed to the Rolls, I'm committed to the Rolls. I can't do nothing for you. Is there another date you need me for? That's how I operate.
Well, Damon, also, I think that's a Spanish club now. Also, that Rose Club is now gone.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I think we doing the Macavena or whatever, however you say that fucking shit. You know, no more Rose Club, but love those days. Oh, but since y'all want to get on my nerves today, Maritime today, when you have a bad day, give up, go home, let's go to sleep. Fuck it. Try again tomorrow. Not every day can be repaired. They're just fucked.
No, nigga.
Listen, hear me out. Some days are just fucked and can't be unfucked. That's just how it is. When a day is fucked beyond repair, hey, listen. When a day is fucked beyond repair, that's the universe speaking to you. And the universe is saying, really, just go home. Tomorrow's another day.
This is the worst.
Save your energy. Fuck it.
We can't leave them with that kind of mirror time at the end of the season.
That's disgusting.
Do something positive. God damn, I'm depressed.
That's awful.
I'm not. Y'all be sitting here trying to sit here and fix every fucking day. Every day can't be fucking fixed.
That's so negative and disgusting.
So I'm just being real. Fuck it. Go home.
Jesus Christ.
Shit.
That's depressing for the holiday season, man.
That's the y'all can start vacation early. Going to work on Monday. You don't like shit? Fuck it. I'm on vacation. Fuck it. I'm gone.
Fuck it is a better narrative.
High Tower, we appreciate you, God. Fellas, Payne Little, I appreciate y'all. Season is in the books.
Yes. Black is beautiful. Thank you all. Contestants that, well, not even contestants, just people that, sent them pictures and wanted to participate in what we were doing.
Yeah.
Yes. And happy holidays. Thank you, Nina, for rocking out. I will see you at the Ugly Crimma sweater game night. So, and y'all, we'll see y'all in 2023, honestly.
I'm gonna fire my lighting person. They promised me I have good lighting down here when I got in today.
Need to find